Thanks for joining. I am writing the conclusion to this paper. Here's the LaTeX file. We're in the conclusion right now. Right, conclusions. It's been going pretty well, and I ran into an additional question. That's the reason for this data analysis today. So the question is, is there a problem with computer science programs themselves that is discouraging female participation? So here's a little bit of context. In the conclusion, I say, an explanation from things orientation does not substantially explain naive preference for a programming career, but it might explain the low enrollment of women into computer science programs. Computer science degree is the most common degree among programmers, but many other related degrees exist. And many programmers hold a degree in a field that is not specifically targeted to a career in programming. And that is how we get into the Stack Overflow survey data. So Stack Overflow, here's the link. Stack Overflow gives data. This is the 2020 survey results, but it's not the only survey where they give this data. And basically, they break down the majors of professional developers or all respondents. I'm more interested in professional developers. So a computer science degree is the traditional degree. But this is not a majority of programmers. It looks like it is 62%, right? That looks like the majority. But this is 63%, 62.6% of those individuals that have a degree. And those individuals that have a degree are only 75% of programmers. So 0.63 times 0.75, it's less than half, actually. It's less than half of programmers. So if you are, either you have no degree, or if you have a degree and it's not in a computer science field, you're in good company among programmers. That's the case for like half of programmers. Now, we know that computer science programs have very low female enrollment, but the question is, what about software engineering? What about information systems? What about web development, web design? These are what we might call like quasi-traditional. They're still programming related, is probably a better term. They're still related to programming. And then there are simply unrelated degrees, like a business degree. Like I'm pretty sure there are more females graduating with business degrees than men. So that 2.6% there could be disproportionately female. The overall idea here, do we need to learn coding for IT? No, I don't think so. I don't think you do. I would encourage you to learn coding though. But, if you want to do like help desk stuff, I don't think you need to code. I wouldn't want to do help desk stuff though. So that's the point of this analysis. And then if we demonstrate it's true, then what's the point? The point is that we could alter computer science curriculum to increase enrollment diversity. Okay, so let's dive in. So the Stack Overflow data is available like free, like it's public. So you go right here, already downloaded this CSV. Got it right here, and I added a README. So the README says to recreate Stack Overflow, this CSV file right here. Download Stack Overflow survey results from here. Remove rows where the value of country column does not equal United States. I'm also going to remove a bunch of columns because to save space, basically. There's a bunch of stuff that's irrelevant here. Main branch. Okay. age, I don't care about. Yeah, age first code, I don't care about. So these columns a lot of these columns are irrelevant, right? So undergraduate major, I do care about that one. And years code pro, I think I do care about that. I think I'll get rid of all these. Cool. So I will retain these columns. Let's drop that in the README. And that's a lot smaller, right? So then I don't feel so bad checking that into GitHub. I'm 16 years old. Am I late to learn programming? Not at all. That's super early, actually. Good for you, getting started so early. I think it's like a respondent ID, but I think it's just called respondent, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I actually don't need all these columns. So hobbyist and years code pro, I'm basically representing the same thing, and then maybe employment. See, what I care about is, are you a professional programmer or not? And isn't this tricky? See, oh, you can't see that CSV super well. Hey, y'all can follow me on YouTube or Twitch and get a better view of the screen. Let me move my face so that those on YouTube can see better. So here's an interesting record. This row says I'm a developer by profession. It also says hobbyist. And then years code pro. Right. So given these three potential indicators of the same information that I want to represent, we can deduplicate them and only retain one of them. And we may get importantly different results. So the question is like, how am I going to determine that you're a professional programmer? I could use main branch, hobbyist, or years code pro. Years code pro, if you've never, if it's like not any, you're not a professional programmer, right? But this is an interesting case because this person says they used to be a professional programmer, or maybe they're retired or something. This says student. So I would like to use the main branch column. I'm going to use the main branch column. Cool. So I'm going to use this main branch column. So I'm going to drop these two columns. Okay, so going back to the README, we don't need hobbyist, and we don't need hobbyist, and we don't need here's Code Pro. Actually, I can sort of switch these around. So retain only the columns named below. And then 3 is remove rows where the value of country does not equal United States. And then 4, remove rows where I could be doing this all in Python, but the reason that I'm doing it right here is so that I don't store a large file in version control, basically. So now let's data, sort by main branch. That's column B. Undo that. My data has headers. Cool. So now main branch. White privilege is showing. Dope. I mean, why? Is that like an insult? I don't get it. I'm a developer by profession. Okay. And then here's NA. Ooh, yeah. If it says NA, I'm not counting you as a professional developer. I used to be, but no longer am. Okay, so I'm a developer by profession. It's not equal. I'm a developer by profession. Cool. Bam. So about 10,000 samples in the US. Pretty dope. Are you looking for a job? Nope. I am happily employed. How about you? Okay, so I'm going to add these to Git. This is all open source, by the way. So we'll commit that. This will be tweet. Data for college major analysis. I am stressfully employed. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. Hey, Mia Wallace. I do know, like I teach people to code, and I do know some people that are looking for a job. So you can comment on one of my videos or send me a direct message or something, or find me on Twitter. I still might be able to send you someone, even though I'm not looking. Okay, so here is the major analysis. First thing we want to do, obviously, is read in the data. So that's just, this is going to be Python code, y'all. I do all my data analysis in Python. DF means data frame. It's pretty conventional that you will use data frame for your analysis. It's basically a virtual spreadsheet. So pandas is the name of the library, and then we abbreviate it PD. So pandas will let me read the CSV that we were just talking about. And when you read the CSV, we're going to store it in memory in the variable called df, which means data frame. Okay. We can start by just like printing a summary. I think head is like very commonly, you just print the head to make sure that it's reading in properly. So we're in this folder. What did I name that file? So this is the name of the file. All right. I have Python installed. I'm using the alias py. So bam, just run the script. So this, you can see it blurted out like, it basically just showed what's in the spreadsheet. So this is basically to prove that I'm properly reading the spreadsheet. Cool, so what am I trying to do here? So Stack Overflow has these major results, undergraduate major. The problem is this undergraduate major data is international, and I want to know the answer for the United States. So I am going to gather these same metrics and build a table. And in fact, let me like take this just so that I can be mindful of the way that they're grouping. Put this in a comment. So this will be like major. Honestly, I should put this in a text file, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Cool. So this is major, and this will be SO 2020 global, and then it will be SO 2020 USA. Cool. And then it'd be cool if I could do % female. So I think that is the organizational strategy I'm going to follow for now. Okay. We just do like that. Comment that to get rid of all the errors. Okay, so global USA % female. Global USA % female. We'll copy this block and paste it. The way they group these, I don't see is super helpful for my particular thesis, but I'm going to follow it anyway because I don't want to recompute global and USA numbers. All right, I'm gonna have to like shift the formatting, but that's fine. And then I might want to do some averages. So this would be like non-programming. And then this would be, so, and then I would also want average. That would just be % female, I think. I guess the US number is also helpful. So non-programming, and then I would also want to know programming, but not computer science or computer engineering. Let's double check this right now. So we're going to Google this. Oh, what are you programming? This is data analysis in Python. Trying to understand programmers, like what are their college degrees, basically, and in particular females. So software engineering % female. I want to know the degree, the college degree, not the not professional software engineers. I want to know the college degree. Software engineering college major % female. See, and then they're all going to do just like computer science, which is not what it's a different degree program. See, they're talking about % of female CS graduates. I love Python. Python for the win. Python is great for data analysis. I don't like it for everything, but I love it for that. See, this is all talking about CS. Like, I specifically don't care about CS. Okay, this is possibly interesting. Just engineering, whatever that means. Yeah, it's not very helpful. Hey, thanks for the follow. If you're liking the video, tap the screen, give it a like. That's how TikTok knows to spread it around. Computer engineering. Again, these are like actual computer engineers. I want to know about the college major. Is the degree called computer science and engineering? I think they're talking about two different sorts of, yeah, computer science. I feel like I'm not able to get the data that I want, which is really unfortunate. All right. So do we shift these? Here's this, and then I want to shift the formatting. Computer engineering. Yeah, I don't actually care about third-party data. I can get my own. Okay, so one question is there an important difference by gender within these three? That's an important question. So we'll start off with that as soon as I read in the data. It's amazing to me that some people can graduate without ever declaring a major. Hey, can I stay? What's going on there? Yeah, feel free to stay. Can you program a game? I'm not going to program a game right now. I can program a game. Oh no, FrogFan AC, what's up? I wasn't paying attention to my Twitch chat. Sorry about that. FrogFan AC says, thank you for the reference. I got the Facebook University internship. Woo! Bet! That's wild. Congrats. Big ups. Big congrats to FrogFan AC watching from Twitch. Says, I got the Facebook University internship. That's really awesome. Okay, So we got this like sort of comment here. I guess it's maybe helpful. And the first analytical question that we have, is there an important difference by gender within these? Okay. And I'll note this like Q3, right? So there's, or I guess it'd be Q4, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And the objective today is to have answers to these 4 questions. Okay. Is there an important difference by gender? And I'm going to just cut that down right here. Is your TikTok name the same as the one on Twitch? Yeah, I mean, I think so, or it's actually let me check. I think so.
Is
yeah.
the person who is
Yeah, so just John Vanderveer. That's my name. npm install Bootstrap. You win. GG. Okay. It's like 7 p.m., but it feels like later because it's dark and wintry. Gonna eat some fucking chocolate-covered cashews. What's up? If you're not snacking, are you even coding? Repeat after me. If you're not snacking, are you even coding? npm install Bootstrap ought to just automatically deliver you a cup of coffee whenever you do it. Thank you for the likes. I love y'all. Okay. So we want to get a df underscore male and then df underscore female. You know what? Let's look at the raw data. I don't know if they allow an other option for gender. Okay. Yeah, they do. This is weird to me. It says man non-binary. Like, which one? Like, why don't you just say non-binary? Why are you saying man non-binary? NA, cool. So this is obviously an important category, but I'm specifically not analyzing non-binary gender because in my personal data, I only have 2 people that identified that way. And I can't do statistics with 2 people. So to keep apples to apples, I'm going to only do that for the Stack Overflow data as well. So this is how we do it. What is the column name? df.gender equals, I think it's man instead of male. And I think it was a capital M. Let's go back and check. And then the other being woman. So the other gender category is like pretty important, but it's not in the scope of my current research. Cool. So what we want to do is print, and this is going to be percent. Oh no, I did this wrong. Okay. I want to do by degree, not by gender. I think this is fine. I can do it this way. As long as I can count them. Let me see, count male. And then I'll do plus string. So I want to see if I can count this way. Count. All right, so it gave me a count, 7,111. 1 to 2 hours. You going to the gym? Woo, work it. All right. This is really lopsided. Look at that. 7,100 guys, 800 girls. Take the survey. Trying to think. So I would need to get percent within the gender group for each degree. I think it's going to be less confusing. I think it's going to be less confusing. I don't know. I guess either way it's going to be confusing. So given all of women, what percent have X degree? Versus given X degree, what percent are women? I want to know the percent women. That's the normal way it's reported. Okay, given X degree, let's write that down. Given degree X, what percent are female? We'll go percent male because male is the majority, and so so I don't want to cut gender nonconforming actually. I still have it in here, right? I don't think I actually deleted those rows. Cool. So we're just going to use percent male. Given X degree, what percent is male? Hold on. I think it kind of sounds like my kid got out of his bed. I'm gonna be right back. Oh. All right, cool. So my kid didn't get out of his room. He just is talking to himself very loudly. Kind of freaked me out. What you working on? College majors for programmers and their diversity levels. So we know about CS, it's a problem, but what about all the other degrees? Okay, so given degree X, what percent is male? And then what are the degrees? So computer science is going to be the first. Let's see. Undergrad major. Oh, damn. See, they literally record it like that. I thought this was going to be 3 different groupings. It's one radio button select for all the above. Okay. Well, that simplifies things, doesn't it? So the answer is no, because it's a single selection. We still can see. So here is the global percent. I think that's percent male, right? Let's go see. Oh no, that's just the percent of people that have this degree. replace these. This is going to be USA percent female. Okay. So yeah, what percent of people have this degree? So this will be C as percent of people. Stringify that. And then we'll do CS percent male. Oh, well, this will be US percent of US people. Okay, and so this will be DF. Undergrad major, I think it's called. Undergrad major, that's what it's called. Undergrad major equals this string. Okay, so I wonder if there's a quicker way to do this. Data frame percent matching criteria. The normalized thing, I'm sus on that. Filter values, create a mask, and get mean. Okay, I can buy this. Yep. I can buy this because that's just going to be a 0, 1. 0 if it's not equal, 1 if it is equal, and then so mean would be the percent. I like it. I think that's parsimonious and easy to write. So, thank you, Stack Overflow. You're my pal. So this would be 100 times. So we're going to stringify. We're going to convert this. It's going to be a number. We're going to convert it to a string. Data frame of A. And this will be data frame. Just get the undergraduate major column. And then we're going to say equals. And then we'll get the mean. Okay, and I'll comment the second line for now. We're just going to run this and see if it works. Syntax error. Well, fuck you. Oh, it's just because I have it open. No. 87. Okay, cool. See, that was snappy. 54%. So you see, this is a big deal, people. This is already a big deal. And this is already what my theory was. I should spell out my theories just so that at the end of the stream, y'all can see whether I was right or wrong. So my theory was that in the US, we are less traditionally educated in the US. Because if you don't know this, in the US, we lead the world in gender diversity in tech. A lot of people, that confuses them. They're like, I thought tech was like so like not diverse. Still pretty true, but it's better in the US than anywhere else in the world. My theory is that there's something in computer science curriculums that's like phobic, like repelling to women. And whether that's the content or whether that's the culture and the people, some combination, I don't know. But if we look at web development courses, web design courses, information systems courses, I believe they are relatively more female than pure CS. And so that's the point of this analysis. And this is a sign that that is true. So we'll continue the analysis, but this is already a strong sign it's true. Because most of the world, on the world average, about 63% of programmers have a CS degree, a computer engineering degree, or a software engineering degree. And I think there are nuanced differences between those three, but our data does not allow us to distinguish. It just lumps them together, which is kind of unfortunate. I think software engineering has a little more application design, where computer science is a little more mathy. And so I would expect a little more female participation in software engineering. Anyway, the U.S. That's like a big difference. What is that? 50 divided by 62.6. Yeah, so 15% difference. And usually for like, you know, economic importance, we usually roll around 10%. It's totally arbitrary, I know, but we do it. So we would say that's an important difference. Especially when you collect these suckers, there's going to be a big difference. 54.2%. And then what percent is female? Okay. So here's where we're going to do this undergrad major thing. This is going to filter the data frame to only those cases where this condition is true. So we're just going to be looking at computer science folks. Let me write it here. So this is going to be df underscore CS equals. Okay, and then it becomes pretty similar right here, except we use dfcs. And then we're going to be looking at gender equals male. %0 male. Nope, that's a sign. That's a sign your data analysis is wrong. That's called failing a sanity check. What did I do wrong here? Oh, because it's not using the word male. It's using the string man. Bingo, now we're up to 81. That sounds correct. And this resolves a solid problem that I was having. So one solid problem that I was having is that the US Census was saying consistently for years and years, like for a decade at this point, about 80% of programmers are male. And Stack Overflow was saying, no, about 90% of programmers are male. So what's the discrepancy? Oh, we just found the answer. The answer is that Stack Overflow was giving an international result. The answer was that Stack Overflow was giving an international result. Let me go tweet them, because I asked the census. Who's tweeting me? Okay. I asked Census and Stack Overflow, I was like, hey, why are y'all disagreeing with each other? So Census, Stack. That's NPR, whatever. Stack Overflow, yeah. So this is solved. SO top line data is international. Once you filter on US people, the discrepancy vanishes. Boop. Hashtag research, hashtag computer science, hashtag data analysis. Cool. Jolly Pop Kid followed the host. Thank you so much, Jolly Pop Kid. I appreciate that. Cool. So cool. So there's one. Let's do the second one. So the second one, second one is, and this is like 80.97%. We're going percent male. Okay. Another engineering discipline. And I think that's the literal string. How unfortunate that it just lumps them all together. How unfortunate. Okay. So here we will do df other eng, other engineer, bam. Cool. That feels like a really small percent. It feels like a really small percent. Oh, I mean, I guess that's not beyond the pale of reason. So internationally, it's 9.3, and then in the US, it's like 6. Yeah, could be. And it's more male. Wow. Okay. Next up. The IT people. I'll call this other IT. Wow. I'm surprised by that. So that's more male. Oh, you know what? How is it the exact same number? That's kind of sus, isn't it? Yep, that's sus. That is sus. When you get the exact same number, it's a good red flag. See, I didn't update that. I didn't update that bad boy. Okay, so still a little surprising. Other IT is more male compared to pure computer science, but it's less male compared to other engineering. I think we passed the vibe check. I want to like reformat because I can just like paste this blob. It's not really a blob, but whatever. You feel me? All right. And this is it, y'all. Data science it has a good chunk of boilerplate in it. So we're just going to keep going down, copy and paste, copy and paste. Okay, so this will be DF DF natural science. DF natural science. So the expectation is this should be more female than CS. What? Something is sus. Something is fucky. Percent of US people is 0. Ah, okay. Did I miss the parenthesis? Yep, okay. So I missed a parenthesis. One parenthesis and you die. You miss one parenthesis and straight to jail. Okay, you see? Confirms, natural science is more female. This confirms with what we know. This confirms with what we know based on existing literature. If you're the only researcher getting, like if you're doing new research, cool, have at it. But if you're doing research that a bunch of people have done and you're getting wildly different results, red flag. So it would have been a red flag for me because it was saying like 82, right? But it's because I didn't update the thing. So that's why it was a red flag. Math. Y'all get ready because this is about to be hilarious. Because people are like, oh, women don't like math. And that's why they don't do CS. But bro, they're literally out here in the math degrees. They're literally out here in the math degrees. So that explanation doesn't make sense. See? Nope. Sorry, that's not correct. Sorry. So that's better. So not as much as natural science, but still more than CS. Looks good, looks good. All right, cool. That's looking good. On to the next one. Another one. Web development and web design. I'm expecting it's more female compared to computer science, compared to engineering, compared to information systems. Maybe not compared to science or math. I don't know. We'll see. So this would be web dev. DF web dev. Nope. Something sussy's going on. I didn't update that, sorry. Born Aklekovich says hi. What's up, what's up? 74, I can buy it. Can you buy it? I can buy it. What is this? Data analysis. So understanding the majors, college majors of programmers and how those relate to gender. Okay, so after web dev, what was next? A business discipline. Lots and lots of boilerplate. How fun. So this would be DF business. This should be highly female, if not the majority female. %76% male. See, something doesn't seem right. Is that right? Business, business, business. Okay. I guess I'll trust the data. Something seems weird about that. So web dev is actually more female than business. That's surprising. What software are you using? This is Python, and I'm writing in VS Code. Okay, so next up will be humanities. Absolutely should see more females showing up. Or less male, I guess, because we're including non-binary, right? So this will be DF humanities. DF humanities. Oh, the humanities. Still 60% male. This is very wrong at this point. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's the survey. This has got to be the survey at this point, right? No, this could still be, because this is not like the percent. This is not the percent of people in the humanities that are male. That's not what we're measuring. What we're measuring is the percent of programmers with a humanities degree. So they're still male. They're still male. It's like we're selecting men out of the general humanities pool. Weird. All right. Maybe it'll just be male across the board. That'd be kind of weird. All right, so this will be social science. DF social science. Okay. Caden Potter, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining. I had a good day. How about you? Fine arts. So this would be art. Is there a different kind of art besides fine? It's just art, right? It's not like there's like a unfine art. About to start learning code for the first time. Let's go. Hype for that. What language do you recommend learning first? JavaScript. Learn web technologies. Be a web developer. Learn React, not Python. I know I'm using Python right now. If you really want to be like a data analyst, go for it. But if you want to be a programmer, it's not the thing that I mostly recommend. Okay. Art. It's looking good to me. Nope. Got it. That's why you got to check it every time. Miss a little detail like that. Cool. Cool. I never declared a major. How strange. We'll call this undeclared. DF undeclared. Do you think I can land a job only using free code camp? Absolutely not. You need a portfolio. Senior Lab was a good sign. Thank you. Yeah, so you can, if your question is, hey, what if I only use free code camp and then I make a portfolio? Yeah, you can totally get a job that way. But just doing free code camp is not good enough. You need a GitHub portfolio. All right, cool. And so now we have DF health science. Can you describe a portfolio? I know projects are important, but I don't know what they are. Yeah. So if I go to GitHub/Vanderveer, you see this is my portfolio. That's what a portfolio is. I have these repositories. Those are like projects. And I have these green dots. That's it. Game over. I win. You can see this project right here is called Rockstar Boy. If I click that, okay, that one's not deployed, or at least it's not obviously deployed. Let's see. Futurecaster. Wow. My readmes are not good. I think that's the problem. Oh no, there it is. It's in the top left. You see the about? I need to put that in my readme though. So this is a big deal. If you want your portfolio to be awesome, don't just have the code, also deploy it somewhere so that people can like click it and like see your website, right? So like this is like one of my websites. And that makes, and then now people can actually use it and they're like, oh, he did stuff. You see what I mean? So, yeah. I like to recommend people do a blog and so 3 projects. I feel like if you got 3 projects, you're good. 3 strikes, you're out. 3 projects, you're in. Does it cost money to deploy it? No. You do not need to pay money to deploy projects. A lot of people will tell you that you do, and they are wrong. You can totally have a free portfolio. So check out GitHub Pages. There's also Freeze here, Heroku. Try and figure out how to use GitHub Pages. Oh, and Vercel. Vercel is pay. Good questions. I appreciate that. Hey, if you want to go on my like TikTok page and like ask the question there, I'll actually make like TikTok videos that answer it. Because you know, with a live stream, it's kind of here and gone. At least on TikTok, that's the case. So I can learn for free and make projects for free. Yeah, you totally can. You can do it all for free. Just takes time and effort. Okay, so undeclared, we did that. Let's check out the health science. Highly female, health science, highly female. Cool. Was there enough? That was the last group. So this will be the result log. Get rid of these. All right, what about average? I think it's pretty apparent. Like, I don't think we even need to bother really, but yeah, I don't think we need to compute the averages. Portfolio over certs every day, every day. You don't need a college degree. Totally agree. Totally agree. Okay. So do I care about the average non-programming? No. Like, I just don't care. Cool. Result log. Paste that. Comment. Bam. That's it. We did the first question is done. Okay, are US programmers less formally educated? Ooh, you know what? I might have just really screwed up. Undergraduate major. Let me check this out. You could land a job in 3 to 6 months self-taught. I mean, if you're super smart. I don't think that's realistic. Sorry. If you're super smart, it's possible. But like me, I am self-taught, and it took me a year. I think 3 to 6 months is if you're working with a good mentor. I don't think it's really if you're just self-taught. What am I coding in? Python. Okay, so they ended up with NA. Never. Okay, cool. So balls. Might have really just screwed up. But the good news is we wrote code, so it's easy to fix. The question is, how does Stack Overflow describe this? Of the respondents that write code professionally and studied at the university level, does that mean that they got the degree? What does it mean, studied at the university level? What are you making right now, though? This is data analysis. This is Python, dude. Did I stutter? So this, I'm trying to understand the majors, the undergraduate majors, the fields of degrees of programmers in the United States. So that's the data analysis that I'm doing right now. What are the degrees, and then what % female also? Um, I'm gonna interpret this, and I'll put a footnote, but I'm gonna interpret this as including some college. Let's see. Footnote SO says I included associates and some college in this. I'm not sure if they did. Okay, so let me tell you all what's wrong and then I'll fix it. So what's wrong is I just did like computer science percent of everyone, and that's not what I should have done. I should have done computer science percent of everyone that is not in A. You see what I mean? Two different things. Do you recommend another way of learning than free code camp? Yes, I do. If you have money. Do I recommend another free way? Not really. But do I recommend another way? Yes. So Codecademy Pro, and then also working with me one-on-one. And I mean, don't knock the degree. So do you need a degree? No. Does it work? Absolutely. So kind of depends how much time you have and how much money you have, right? But in terms of things to do for free, Free Code Camp is at the top for sure. All right, so let's go back to my code and let's filter it. What the heck is going on? Something's bogus. Bogus. Just close the file and open it again. Okay, so I don't actually want to do df here. I want to do df some college. And that'll be df let's data, let's what are the options? Some college. Bachelor's, master's, some college, secondary school. Does anyone say primary elementary school? Wow. There do be people out here. Depending on how far you go on Free Code Camp, you might be able to self-direct after. Totally true. Okay, so secondary school or primary elementary, or I have never completed any. Yep, so these are the groups. Let me do false or true. I'm just testing if I can do that. If I can use or, because I'm not sure. Then I'm going to replace it with some college. Step through, skip that one. Boom. Cool. Looks good to me. See if that busts. Oh no, it was. So I can't do true or false. Data frame. Select rows by condition. Right, so we know that, so this is how they're doing an and condition. There's like a weird like resonance on my iPhone screen. I don't know if y'all are seeing that on TikTok or if it's just me. So this is how they're doing an and condition. So combine multiple conditions. Yeah, I want to do an or, but I still want to combine multiple conditions. So let's do it like this. Thanks again, Stack Overflow. Let me give you an upvote. Oh, I already upvoted that just now or in the past. I feel like I've been here before. Okay. So what's my column name? Column name is ed level. So here's ed level. All right, df ed level is greater than a. No, that doesn't make sense. These are strings. So we're going to do double equal a. Switch this out for an or. I like to use the semantic or. If it yells at me, I'll switch it. But that's how I like it. So A or B or C. All right, because we got three things, and I'm going to break that line because it makes it easier for me to read. Okay. A or B or C. A is for associates. Boop. Close this. Let's see if that works. Truth value of a series is ambiguous. I've definitely seen this error. I've definitely seen this error before as well. Okay. Is in. Let's do is in. Column name is in some values. Okay. So I will call, instead of some values, let's call it like some college or higher. Do is in okay. Is in some college or higher. Does that look good? Let's just see if it passes. This is not correct. I just want to see if it passes. Hey man, this looks interesting, but your camera quality isn't great. Just a heads up. Yeah, I know. If you're on TikTok, I recommend you follow me on Twitch or YouTube, and you can actually see my whole screen and you can see my face and stuff like that. Thanks for the call out, though. I'm aware. I don't really know how to like stream to TikTok very well, basically. and it's a wide angle lens, so it kind of like blurs the edges and stuff. But if I take the wide angle lens off, you can like barely see my screen. Even with it on, you can barely see my screen, honestly. Kind of sucks, I know. Thanks for calling it out though. All right, so ed level is in, and then what's all this, all these errors? Look. Boolean series key will be re-indexed to match data frame index. What? What does that mean? Boolean series key will be re-indexed to match data frame index. Is coding hard? Depends on the kind of codings. Some coding is hard, some coding is not hard. I want to start, where should I start? Do web development is what I recommend. Make websites, basically. Make yourself a website. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Ooh, dot query. Seems kind of fancy. Let's take a look at that. Do you work as a coder? Yup. Yeah, I'm at Amazon right now, my day job. So I don't like this. I don't like this query stuff, and it doesn't seem to really work with strings either. So you make bread, bet, 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 bet. Full wheat, dog. Full wheat bread. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. So they're saying like do it in 2 steps. Do it in 2 steps. A list. What is a list? The type of a list is some kind of something, whatever. I don't care. Are you self-taught? Yeah, I'm self-taught programming. I did go to college, but I went to college for economics. So taught myself to program. I used Codecademy is what I used personally. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know what this whole is in thing. It seems to be kind of goofy. How did you land a job at Amazon? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Getting a job at Amazon is hard. At least it was for me. So I personally don't recommend just like going straight for that. I would get a job at like some random company and get some experience, and like then you can practice algorithms. So to work at a big company like Amazon, you need to practice algorithms, like Algo Expert. Um, I really don't recommend that if you're a beginner. Like, I just don't. So it's my personal recommendation is that you get a portfolio, get a job with like a smaller company, and then study algorithms after that, and then you can move up. Failed your coding project today. Hey, you never fail a coding project, yo. There's no such thing as failing a coding project. What do you even mean by that? Like you got a bad grade at school? School's garbage. As long as you practiced, if you're like, you're going to be getting better. So there's no such thing as failing a project. Supposed to build the 2048 game and I couldn't get the movement algos. Okay, I mean, can you just like keep working on it tomorrow? Like, I don't understand why you're saying you failed it. Most companies, I'm out here coughing. Hold up. Companies want experience. How do you get experience if I never work with programming? You start programming. Check out this GitHub. You don't need, so yeah. So you see all these green dots? That means I was coding on these days, whether or not I had a job. Like whether or not I had a job, I still have experience. So get your portfolio, that is experience. So they say you, like if you're thinking about it like I need professional experience, that's not true. You just need experience. It doesn't need to be professional experience. Your hobby programming totally counts. You are doing something intelligent. Thank you so much. Oscar says it was due today. Yeah, so I guess you're talking about like school or something. But can you land a job if you are coding? Bro, if you code, it's hard to not have a job. Can you land a job if you're just coding? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. If you know how to code, you're going to get a job. Like just code and don't sweat it. Appreciate all the likes. All right, so this error right here is bugging me. So I think I need to switch. Return a Boolean series showing whether each element in the series matches an element passed. Select rows by condition. Let's look for a different answer. I was not super happy with that previous one. I think you need Boolean indexing. All right, what does that mean? So here's the most basic indexing A. Dates 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 0 index. So it gives me that cell. Okay. SDFA, so that's just grabbing a column, right? And then it grabs the fifth. Okay. I feel like this is not what I want. I feel like this is not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I think this is just going to like grab some columns, which is not what I want to do. I can do multiple statements. I don't need to do it in one line. Okay, so some college, ed level, let's do this. Let's do is not equal. Let's just do them one at a time. Boolean series key will be re-indexed. Dude, why? Oh, is it because I hit df dot? Okay, that's what it is. I'm out here stressing. Jeez, feel so freaking stupid. Okay, so I should not be using the sub selection of df right there. That's the issue. Bam. Bye, no errors. Thank you. FML, you're welcome. What? I don't know. Bye. Okay, and so then I can say some college or better ed values. What's this? So let me comment this line and close all these bad boys. I'm going to say less than some college. I'm just going to call it less than some college values. Less than some college would be like this one. Primary elementary school, yeah. Back in the day, right? And I never completed any formal education as well. Okay. And then so not dot is in. Boom. Let's see if it works. Perfect victory. Okay, so let's sanity check our data. So previously we took the percent of like computer science, the percent of everyone that in the United States that had a computer science degree. Now we're just taking the percent of those with a degree that have a computer science degree. So the percent should go up. The percent should go up. That's the sanity check. So percent of US people, this is like 55. And what was the previous result log? All right, so it went up. it actually didn't go up by an incredible amount, but it did go up. Did go up. And then this went to 6.6, so it went up. This went to 5.9, so it went up. This went to 4.4, so they went up. So everything went up. So that's what's expected. Cool. Okay. CS, other, yep. About 20% male. Results are basically unchanged. The results are basically unchanged. Cool. Let me just print the head just to make sure. $91.74 compared to cool. So we are removing results. All right, great. So I'm going to check this into GitHub. The feature is init analysis 10. Push that. And are US programmers less formally educated? So what is the percent with any degree? Percent with some college or higher. Approximately 75% of you completed at least the equivalent of a bachelor's degree or higher. So percent with bachelor's degree or higher for US people. And then we'll be done with our little analysis. Is coding hard to learn? I'm studying cybersecurity. So coding is not hard to learn. Cybersecurity can be hard though. Kind of depends how they do it. Some cybersecurity programs are just like memorizing a bunch of stuff. So good luck with that. Okay, what is this, Python? Yes, it is. Yes, it is Python. Percent with bachelor's degree or higher for US people. So here, this is less than some college values. So I want bachelor's, master's, other doctoral. Okay. So let's do bachelor's or higher. And then I'll do bachelor's or higher values. Okay. Ed level is in bachelor or higher values. Work would most likely not let you stream source code. Yep. Yeah, that's usually true. Okay, so bachelor's, master's. Bachelor's, master's, other doctoral degree. I like how PhD is other doctoral degree when that's like the main, like that's what a doctoral degree is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, just count them, sanity check. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. What's your income, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, I am like right at 200K annually. Okay, so this would be dot count. So that's the count divided by df.count. Bam. Oh, I need to turn it into a string. Why are you mad though? Unsupported operand type. What? Oh, did I not need to do one of those? Yep, cool. Main branch. I don't know why it's doing all that. Sheesh, that's nice. What do you emphasize on? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I like? What do I do? Like, what do I mainly do at work? So I'm a full stack developer, and I also know, like, by the time you get to 200, you have to know like all the things. So I do React on the front end. I do Node usually on the back end, but if I need to do Python or Java, I can. And then I also know AWS cloud infrastructure as well. So like all the various services, EC2, Lambda, all that kind of stuff. I feel like this count thing is not working. Percent. Yeah, I think I want like size or length or something. Count rows in data frame. Oh, is it just len? Yeah, it's just len. Sorry, len. Okay. So we'll get the length of the data frame index. Okay, so we got that length, and then we want the length of that data frame index. sicko mode. There we go. That's the number I'm looking for. Cool. I've been focused on .NET Dev, looking to learn Azure DevOps soon. Solid path. So the original question, are U.S. programmers less formally educated? Answer, no, slightly more. And that would be 76.9% have bachelor's or higher. So 76.9 versus what was approximately 75. I don't like that word approximately. So let's break out the calculator. Um, 49.3 plus 25.5 plus 3.3 plus 1.4. And, whoa, what? Is that math right? Approximately 75. So 49.3 plus 25.5 plus 1.4 plus 3.3. Back, 3.3 equals. So that's misleading that they said approximately 75% because it's really closer to 80%. So, yes. About 76.9 have bachelor's or higher compared to global 79.5. Wow, Stack Overflow, fumbling this 75% thingy. Is that VS Code? Any reason not to use Visual Studio instead? Visual Studio is terrible. VS Code is great. Like all the extensions. Tab 9, artificial intelligence predicting your stuff. The IntelliSense. I don't know if that's hard for you to see, but like VS Code is like telling me all the types. The navigation I feel is easier. Integrated terminal. If I want to SSH into a container, just like all the reasons. Like VS Code is way better. Just go to use, like what's commonly used. Most common IDE. So 2.5 times as many people use it. So that's a really good reason that this should be your default, right? It's the most popular one. Oh no, I got that backwards. I'm sorry. Visual Studio is more popular than Visual Studio Code. Am I dying? Yeah, it looks like a ton of people are using Visual Studio instead of Visual Studio Code. So I guess, like, I want to know what programming languages these people are using. Visual Studio Code is what we go to in JavaScript world. For Java, it would be like, yeah, Eclipse, right? Or IntelliJ. For Python, I use Visual Studio Code. I know a bunch of people like PyCharm. PyCharm's pretty good, no shade. So I guess it depends on the language. Yeah, C#. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm not really a C# person, but I think a lot of people that write C# are using Visual Studio. Okay, cool. So back to our analysis. We got this percentage is what we want. Are U.S. programmers less formally educated? Yes. Do U.S. programmers and or female programmers tend to have less relevant traditional degrees? Yes. Among U.S. programmers, even with traditional degrees, do women stay away from computer science? For web dev, yes. Right? So we found that actually information technology, so the answer is like web dev and design, yes. IT, no. Cool, let's grab these answers. Boom, boom. Okay. Is there an important difference by gender within computer science? And that the answer is can't tell based on SO data. They are lumped together. Wow, what's up, what's up? So, I think that is the analysis that we wanted to do. So, that, what question is that? Percent bachelor's degree or higher for US people. So that's the answer Q1. Cool. Well, the Python is over for now, so I'm going back to writing. So this is about to get maybe boring. I don't know. If you want to see how to write a scholarly paper, this is LaTeX now. Typesetting language. It's kind of similar to writing like Markdown. Okay. So an explanation for things orientation does not substantially explain naive preference for a programming career, but it might explain low enrollment of women in computer science programs. And so I want to alter that to say, but it does seem to help explain. But it does seem to help explain the low enrollment of women into computer science programs. Table to do shows the percentage of among Stack Overflow worded this well, among undergraduate of the respondents. This is what they said. Only ever did LaTeX from Overleaf. Yeah, that's cool. Overleaf is great, right? I mean, I haven't used it in a while, but last time I checked, it was great for LaTeX. Okay, of the respondents that write code professionally, table to do shows the percentage of respondents that write code professionally. Table to do shows the percentage of respondents that write code professionally and studied at the university level. Table to do shows the percentage of each college major among respondents that write code professionally. Table to do shows the percentage for various college majors. Table to do shows the percentage for various college majors among respondents that write code professionally and studied at the university level. Cool. This includes, this data is like, so we'll say footnote. This data is derived, studied at the university, okay. From the 2020 Stack Overflow Developer Survey. What's the SIR? What's the SIR? This is a research paper trying to understand how to get more gender diversity in programming. Explanation from things orientation, shows the percentage for various college majors. Does that make sense? Am I saying that well? The percentage for various college majors. Among respondents that write code professionally and studied at the university level. And this will be like ref analysis 10. So I need to make a table, but I don't have it right now, but I'll make it later. Okay. This table shows the female or the male percentage, the male enrollment percentage. No, it doesn't show the male enrollment percentage. Damn, it's a little bit of apples and oranges, isn't it? This table shows the percentage of survey respondents that are male. Yeah, bit awkward sentencing. I really got ignored. What are you talking about? I'm just like only halfway paying attention to the chat, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing a very bad job of wording this, to be honest with you. Hey, why so logic? Ask your thing again. It didn't actually look to me like you were asking a question, so I don't know what you mean. I really got ignored. Is that HTML? It's LaTeX. It's not HTML. It fills a similar role compared to HTML though. It's closer to Markdown, but kind of similar to HTML. Content on the page, yeah. Okay. the percentage for various college majors among respondents that write code professionally and studied at the university level. This table shows the percentage of male programmers that studied with a given major. Notice that computer science programs, notice that men comprise a larger share of computer science programs, computer science and information technology programs. This female participation can be encouraged by broader use of web development, web design, and web design programs. Female participation can be encouraged by broader use of web development and design programs. Gender diversity is also encouraged by supporting or like hiring individuals with a degree unrelated to programming. Right? Like, I think that's the key takeaway. Cool. Consistent with this point, coding boot camps often emphasize web development, which partially explains their relatively high female participation. Cool. Duration of program, did it. Curriculum change, did it. Convert STEM to programming specifically. I'm going to leave that alone. It's like poking a beehive. Policy changes. Yeah, that should be the last part of my conclusion. So let's write that up. Let's see if I can do the table real quick. So let's make a LaTeX table. This is TechWorks. So we're going to open the LaTeX file and it's going to render it into a PDF. It's probably going to be a ton of bugs or like errors. So let me check this in quickly. This is going to be feature conclusion except policy. So I still need to talk about the policy point, but everything else is done. Push that. Okay. Yo, what's this? What are you making? I'm making it. Hey, JS Bits, what's up? What's up? We got LaTeX. So I just did a Python data analysis. It's all done. I'm writing the results into a white paper using LaTeX. Right now, I'm about to compile a PDF from that LaTeX. What are you making? This is a research paper on coding bootcamps and gender equity. So we want more gender diversity in tech. So how can we do that? That's what we're trying to study. Cool. So it's choking on this backtick, I think. Let's do foo. Just comment this out. I'm a CS major in college. Awesome. Hey, thanks for the rose, CS Bits. So I'm going to comment basically the whole paper. Feels like overkill. Let me try and compile it one more time. Then I'll do that if I need to, but I probably do. Yeah. So we're going to comment basically the whole paper and then uncomment it like one section at a time. So this is part of the fun when you're compiling a LaTeX paper. All right, so I just commented like the whole thing. Now I'm going to go up to the introduction and uncomment just these lines. And it's already choking. What's it choking on this time? What are you doing? I'm a DevOps engineer. What's up, user 876, whatever. This is a white paper. I'm compiling a research white paper that's written in LaTeX. So it's a typesetting language. It's similar to Markdown, but old. It's like Markdown, except it's old. Unexpected value for option hide links. So this is the issue. Hide links. Okay. Interesting. So it's choking on hide links. Guess I'll just comment that for now. So this will be to do. Not sure why compile failed on this block. Oh yes, high links. Choking on these. Let's see. Hyperref warning. This console's like so ugly. LaTeX is garbage. Okay, I think the document did not close properly. I think that's the issue. So we got section, yep, section. Just conclusions, and then how do we close the document? So I need a bibliography. All right, cool. In document. I think that might have been the problem, is that it wasn't closed properly. Transcript written. Page is kind of lagging, but I think here it comes. The PDF. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Abstract to do, keywords to do. Everything is to do. But we got that intro. So this is like how you build a scholarly paper, right? All right, let's go get that rendering fixed. Maybe now I can open the hyper, like the thing it was complaining about. Maybe it'll be fine now. Yeah, I think so. So I think it was mad because I was like closing the document improperly. All right. Coding bootcamps and gender equity. Keywords. I'll do the keywords in the abstract offline. I don't need to bore you all with that. Let's try to uncomment the introduction section. See if that compiles. And the trick here is you just compile one section at a time, and it's like a debugging technique, right? If it fails out, then you know the region that's erroring. So there's that introduction section. I've never compiled this before, so I don't actually know how many PDF pages long it is in its current form. So this is the second section. This is our methodology section. Gotta love a good methodology. Okay, so we choked on something. Unexpected value. Okay, whatever. Software engineering, data engineering, lines 91 to 96, talking about software engineering. Well, that appears to be in the introduction. So I'm surprised because we just compiled that. All right, well, and the other thing is like the LaTeX is just so old and terrible. Like the error logs are just really not informative. So what am I going to do? One line at a time. So Control Z, comment all that garbage out, and I don't know. I'll go backwards up. Why not? So just these few dozen lines right here. So they compile. So they're not the problem. Process of elimination, right? It really is debugging. Do a couple more paragraphs at a time. Narrow down the error vector. Oh, and that choked. So it's somewhere in here. Okay? It's somewhere in this block. I'm kind of sus on the on my dollar symbols. So let's comment the dollar symbols. Try it now. Nope. What is it complaining about? Missing dollar inserted. All right, so that compiled. So it kind of looks like the footnote syntax is freaking it out. You see this footnote right here? Oh, it's so hard to see anything on TikTok. I don't know why this is so entertaining. Dope. Yeah, honestly, if I was like a viewer right now, I would totally leave because it's so hard to see anything. But if you go to YouTube or Twitch, you can see a lot better. Yeah, it's this paragraph. Look, I'm gonna uncomment that paragraph, compile it, and the shit doesn't work, right? I guess we can narrow down the specific line, but I'm very sus on the footnote, basically. No? Okay. Never mind. And now it worked. Oh, I think... Is it mad at the brackets? That's weird. Look, it's like legit mad. I think it's mad at the 21. So if I comment this, I think my compiler is mad at me writing 21. Bruh, it really is. The bracket. Okay, let's see. So that's a great guess, and it might be the bracket. But let me make it error, and then I'll tell you why I think it's the 21. It's because it's complaining about the dollar sign. And I know this is like fucking impossible for you to see, but you see it says missing dollar inserted. So in LaTeX, the dollar symbol is for math mode. And so I think it's pissed that I didn't put the 21 in math mode. Which is kind of crazy, because if you look down here, it's fine with that 13, but it's pissed about that 21. I honestly don't know the difference, except that okay, hold on, maybe I do. Let me move this out of the footnote. Yeah, see how it changes from yellow to purple? It's because the 21 is inside a footnote, and that's why it's pissed off. So I'll just put that in brackets too. I'll just put the brackets in the math mode. Nope, it's still pissed off. Let's get rid of the brackets. It's still mad. Let me just use... Let me get rid of that block and see if I'm just hallucinating and it has nothing to do with that. Okay, it had nothing to do with that actually. So maybe it's the underscore. It's pissed off about the underscore maybe. There we go. Thanks for all the follows. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's try escaping. Just backslash the underscore. Yeah, I think that could be the issue. LaTeX underscore. I need to add a whole font pack just to get an underscore. LaTeX is so terrible. So what I can do is I can just basically change this technical reference into just like plain English. So I'm going to copy this, comment that, and then I'm going to say specifically I used the ElasticNet CV module. The linear model ElasticNet CV module from the scikit-learn library. I think that makes sense. Specifically, I used the linear model ElasticNet CV module from the scikit-learn library. And this is what a methodology is, right? Like you're telling people what you did. Like, okay, you did this analysis, how? Like, what did you actually do? Specifically, this is my footnote. Specifically, I use the linear model, I should say the ElasticNet CV module from the linear model Is there any ElasticNet CV that's not in the linear model? It would just be nice to say I use the ElasticNet CV. Okay, here's linear model.elasticnet CV. Like there is no other ElasticNet CV. It's only within linear model. So I'm just going to say specifically I use the ElasticNet CV module from the scikit-learn library. But the real question is, have you hacked into the mainframe? Yeah, I injected HTML in order to drop the SQL table. That's what I did. I used bash for my package JSON in order to execute some cross-site scripting inside of node modules. This is a good audience, man. If you can appreciate that joke, y'all are invited back. Okay, so let's uncomment more bad things and make them work. Boop, 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 making things work. All right, it worked. We're getting that PDF popping up. That's how you know, is if the PDF pops up, the compile worked. Awesome. So we have the intro compiled, we have the methodology compiled. What are we doing? What are you writing? So I am compiling a LaTeX template into a PDF. That's a scholarly. It's going to be a scholarly paper for conference presentation this weekend, Southern Economic Association, and then I intend to, after it's brushed up, it's still really rough. It's like a first draft, but after it gets better, I'm going to submit it for journal publication eventually. And it's on the topic of coding bootcamps and gender equity. That is the topic. Okay, so this is the description of data. Nice, that compiled easily. Sounds interesting. Thank you so much. Okay. The majority of Likert type questions use a 10-point scale, and such variables are often analyzed as continuous data. See if that footnote will compile. It might complain about the citation. No, it just worked. Okay. So let's look. I want to look at how that was formatted. Assumption on cardinality. So y'all see this footnote, compile this footnote over here. Is this faster than writing it in something like Overleaf? I really think the answer is no. So I think the problem is that I'm not very experienced with Overleaf. The last time I used it, it seemed really cool. But I feel at home using VS Code because I'm a programmer, right? So I just love me some VS Code, but Overleaf may well be better. So I can't claim that this is better than using Overleaf. But this is how I've been doing it. Yeah, MyQL, I agree with that. Overleaf is easier probably, but whatever works. 100% agree. Okay. Good deal. So that it looked like it rendered properly. Cool. Appendix to do. Yeah, cool. This is looking good. Let's get that results section going, huh? That's the big juicy one that everyone wants. If you don't have a big juicy results section, then fuck you. That's what they all tell me. Okay. So I think we can uncomment through here. To do mention cross validation and also 2 samples with how much of raw. I'm going to leave that to do, even though I'm not doing that. TV time? All right, I'll wrap up in the next 10 minutes. Why is it all commented out for compile time's sake? So there's 2 reasons. One is, yes, I tried to compile the whole document. It failed, and so I'm compiling section by section as a debugging step. And then the other reason is that a lot of them are like legit comments that are not part of the paper. Okie dokie, okie dokie. This is compiling just fine. Did prestige differ by gender? That is a good ass question that I did not check. Does time value or value of money differ by gender? So it appears the answer is yes. Based on enrollment by course length. These are all to-dos though, like I didn't really deal with them. Okay. Novel results. Great. No diff in means for hireability. Yep, I talked about that. Grit is closer to significance, but still failed to detect. I don't really, it's not worth talking about. I do detect a strong mean diff. Yeah. So I should have talked about that. College. Yep, so I did talk about that. Is there a LaTeX for start end quotes? Bro, are you dumb? Yes, there is. I prefer to... so that should be like that, if I'm not mistaken. How did you collect the data for the paper? Hey, excellent question. Mike Huel sounds like someone who actually knows how to do research. So this was collected using an online questionnaire. So I administered the survey. I wrote the survey myself. The questions on the survey are open source and replicatable. I administered the survey on SurveyMonkey, and I recruited participants through Amazon Mechanical Turk. So online questionnaire design. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to be wrapping up in the next 5 minutes, y'all. Got a television date with wifey. Actually, I'm supposed to finish my stupid conclusion. If we get it compiled, I'll still be happy. does this block provide evidence that female openness dominates risk aversion? Maybe, but I don't have time to think about it right now. Site men are things oriented. Okay, fine. Each page. All right, so I think this is looking good for the results section, at least in terms of formatting. Obviously, there's a bunch of to-dos that are not done, which, whatever. Okay, so I think that should all remain commented, basically. All right, so now on to the conclusion section. Nope, we choked. Okay, what did we choke on? Something NPR. Choked on something about NPR. All right, NPR. Let's just comment all these. Good to go. Okay, so it was in that section. Gonna go down here, uncomment this stuff. Compiles fine. So this NPR section where I reference NPR. I think I got lazy with my citations because I started just, instead of doing like 24, I started just doing this thing. So I think that's the problem. So let's try and compile that. Oh no, it compiled it. I don't know if I like it anyway though, just because like, I don't like it. So what would this be, 26 or something at this point? I always save formatting citations for the last moment possible. I don't know about y'all. Do you post to archive? No. I use SSRN, which is similar, but it's for social science. So I also use GitHub as a preprint server, but shit, y'all can't see this very well on TikTok, can you? But I'll show you my SSRN page. So that's how you spell my name, and these are my preprints. So I don't use archive because this is social science basically, but it's comparable. Hey, what are you working on? This is a research paper. It is how do we get more gender diversity in programming, basically. So coding bootcamps are like 40% female, but computer science programs are like 20% female. So why is there a difference? And is there anything that we can learn from that? That's what my paper is all about. Okay, so with the NPR thing, NPR. It's 25, citation 25. So I just do this like hacky, this is not a real citation, right? I don't know if you can see that, but this is a working paper. All right, nice subject. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. So this is like a working paper. So it's basically a draft. And so I just use these like half-assed citations because I don't have time. I'll format them at some point. Okay, so how is it compiling? No. Let's see. What exactly is it choking on? Oh, I bet it's the underscores again. So if I comment this, nope, still mad. Okay. Interesting. What is that? I thought it was. Okay. Could be the citation section could be throwing me off. This is troubleshooting in LaTeX. Isn't life shit? Okay, that compiled. That compiled correctly. Okay, what did we just comment? That. Nope, now it choked. So the line delta really? So it looks like it's one of these 3 lines which appear really innocuous, but there seems to be some problem in them. Maybe there's like a ghost character. From 1970, I think it's mad about the word 1970. Which feels really weird, because didn't I just write 1970 before that? Okay, that's not it. Okay. I was almost really confused. Nope, now it's broken. Oh no, our research, it's broken. That compiles, thank you, thank you. And now it choked. Okay, so this kind of makes sense. It's one of those, yep. Always wondered what are the benefits of using LaTeX instead of Word, especially for research. The main benefit is that journals sometimes require you to use LaTeX. So that's a benefit, right? Is like not getting rejected because you formatted it according to their guidelines. I don't know, is LaTeX open source? Kind of feel like it's open source and Word's not, so I guess that's another reason. It's impossible to use Word in math. Oh yeah, math is big, right? So I haven't really done like detailed math in Word. Like I've always kind of used LaTeX, but I've done some math in Word. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I guess by the time you get to the advanced stuff, it's maybe a pain in the ass. I don't know. Boom, we're compiling again, y'all. We are compiling, y'all. All right, all right. An explanation for things orientation. Yep. Let's see if I can uncomment that boy. A lot of math formulas graphs. Scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Ryan Reynolds? At least 8, right? I mean, I kind of want to say 9. I don't really do 10s. Some people would say 10. I don't really do 10s. 10 to me is like perfect. So I think perfection is like a really high bar. But the guy's at least at 8, 8.5. I don't know. What do you think? That's my thought. So this would be 30. Hello? I said, what is your thought? You asked me, I gave you my answer, and I said, what is your thought? Are you just going to ignore me like that? I said, at least 8, probably an 8.5, maybe a 9. I'm kind of pressed on that 9, though. Da 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 da. Research is boring. All right, that compiled. Solid, solid. Okay, can I uncomment this one? Boop. Nice, it compiles. It all compiles. Okay, so I think that is the whole paper as it stands. Followed the host, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can uncomment these to-do format citations, or if it's going to be like super mad. Yeah, it choked all over it. I wonder if there's a way that I can easily just escape the whole block. Let's see. LaTeX escape block. It might be easier. Yeah, right? MyQL sounds like they know what's up. But, oh, verbatim. Fucking yes. Dude, how sexy is that diagram, by the way? Is that, am I attracted to this? No. Am I? No. Am I? So that's begin verbatim, and then how do I end verbatim? Like so. It compiled. It compiled. Cool. Look how gross that is. It's like bleeding off the edge. I wish there was like a, oh, this is why I had the wraps. I wish there's like a verbatim with wrapping. Damn. Verbatim with wrapping is what I really want. Whatever, I don't care. It's a rough draft. LaTeX verbatim with line wrapping. Look. Stack Overflow Stack Exchange is just so amazing. Literally. How did we live before this? To have automatic line breaking, use the listings package. Okay, listing environment break line equals true. Okay. That works for me. So we'll begin listing, end listing, begin listing, end listing, and I need to use package listing and then break lines is true. There is hyper ref package in URL. Thank you, Michael. Yes, I'm using those packages. I'm using them. But these like shitty fake, citations, they're not formatted as links, right? So, but if I format them as links, everything works. Like, that's true. But this is just my like cheap, hacky way to hopefully be quickly done with the paper for now. Yeah, look at that. Works for me. With you use the bibliography with bit item for the citations, super clean and easy. Cool, I'll check it out sometime. I mean, like the right way to do the bibliography, I'm sure you know, right, is like use my bib file. Right? Like there's my bib file. I'm not really using it right now. Okay, that is everything I'm going to do for today, y'all. I'm pushing this to GitHub, so it turns out to be 21 pages. So if y'all want to go check it out, the abstract's not there. A bunch of the tables and the appendix just say like to do, but the content's there, and a bunch of shoddily formatted references are there. Thanks for y'all's time. Talk to you later. Bye.